Welcome to One Question at a Time, the TSI series. Question number 14. If n is the list of two consecutive odd integers, which of the following represents the sum of the two integers? So first of all, we have to know the keywords in these questions. So we have the list, so they call n is the list, n is the list of two consecutive odd integers. So they want to ask what is the sum of that two integers. And it's just the name, the variable they're calling for one of the numbers. So we need two numbers, that number 1 and number 2, right? And that two number is odd numbers. Odd numbers is everything like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Or the last digits of the numbers will be n of those. That's the odd numbers, right? And integers, so in between each odd number will be even number. For integers, for example, we will have odd, even going on. So for example, if we have 1 start, so 2 will be even, 3 will be odd, 4 even, then 5 is odd, then 6 will be even, and so forth. But now we have n. N is one of those numbers, odd number, right? So it cannot be 2. If n is the first number, so that if n is the first number is odd, so n will be here. So the next number will be here. So how many units that will apart will be 1 unit. If you add 1 unit, you get here. If you add 1 more unit, you get here. So here is n plus 2. So if you have one odd numbers, you want the next odd numbers, you have to add 2, the odd one, the odd one. So the start one here is n, then you add 2 units to get the next odd. So in the example, we have 1 here. If we add 2, you got 3. 1 add 2 is 3. Okay, if n is right here at 3, if you add 2, so n equals 3, you add 2, you have the next one will be 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. So 2 units apart for the next one. And they said consecutive mean the next one, the really close one. If they just say two odd integers, you can pick like here the odd integer at this one, here another odd integer. But the thing is, they said consecutive mean it have to be next to each other. So if n is here, the next one will be n plus 2. And if they ask for the next of the next one, will be n plus 4. So they just care about the odd number, the least one, and they said n is the least means the smaller one. So we have two numbers, and n in the first numbers, it have to be less than the second numbers. Because it's the least number of that two. Alright, so now we have two numbers that the odd number integer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but then odd number is only n. The n digits will be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, right? It can be 11 because that end with 1. Then 13 is end with 3. 15 is end with 5. 17, that all odd number, right? Integer. List smaller. 2. Consecutive is the next one. The next closest one. Okay. Now all of the keywords have to be explained. We just find the sum of the two integers. So if we have n is the first integer, the next odd integers next to it will be n plus 2, right? And we said that we need to find the sum. Sum mean additions. So n is the first number, add n plus 2 is the second number, that 2n plus 2. And 2n plus 2 is our sum of the two integers, which n is the list of two consecutive odd integers. So D will be the right answer. Thank you for participating in this series. See you next time.